Welcome back, fishing friends, to the worldwide headquarters of the Pinhook Fishing Club. Alright, we're going to do a little crappie jig tying, just a few, talk about some lures, and talk about how you're dealing with this polar vortex, which has dropped in on the majority of the country. Let me get you in the stand and then we'll talk about some lures. There we go. Okay, so the other day or yesterday or whenever it was, I think yesterday maybe, I don't know, 2 days ago, we talked about the Bomber Model 7A that I made the video on, vintage lure, and caught some fish. So now we're going to take a look at this Bomber flat side and Fire Tiger. Absolute epic bait. With these bombers, I'm keeping the, well, I know people switch hooks out and stuff. Some of them I'm keeping the hooks on them. Other ones I'm swapping them out. I hadn't done anything to this one yet. And then sometimes I'll just snap off, clip off the lead hook. And so it turns into like that frog style. It just depends on what it looks like when I'm examining it. Man, this thing is nice. So any of these flat side, this is another good color right here. If you never thrown any bombers, I mean most people have, you got to give them a shot. Look at that. Look how aerodynamically flat that is. Anyway, these are great. So just doing a little lure spotlight. I need to put some hooks on that jerkbait that I showed you guys the other day that was crusted up, and I keep needing to do it and I haven't done it yet. Alright, let's tie some crappie jigs real quick and then we'll try to fix that other one. I'm down to my last two chartreuse jig heads for the crappie tying. I got this little pack from Doveson for pretty cheap on eBay, or excuse me, on Amazon. Come to find out that this is like, Doveson's a company in China, and they do a lot of stuff on Temu. I don't do a lot of business with Temu. I surely don't have the app on my phone. There's been a lot of security concerns, and I'm not talking just by like people hating on China, but like shoppers are having real problems, I think, with it because of security, how they're learning, and I guess somebody read the fine print, but they have access to all kinds of info. So I don't know if that's the same for all apps, but anyway, when I've ordered stuff from them, I've got it straight from the website. Never had any issues. But I didn't realize that these jigs I had gotten on Amazon were from there. Anyway, I think I've got another pack of them somewhere. I say those are the last two because if I can't find that other little case, it may be that I just bought one. Let me trim this. Anyway, alright guys, so I've been putting these feathers on here. I've been doing like craft fur and all these different things, feathers from the farm, from the turkeys, and just different things. But I'm going to put a little flash in this one. This one that one of my friends gave me, look at that, perfect. I mean, I have an endless supply now. so super. Thank you. They know who they are. God, and this hackle is just great, guys. Fluff is the other term I use for it. This fluff. Ooh, that's going to be good. Alright, the other thing I've been doing is I've been loving this orange. It matches up great with, and green does too. Not a lot, just a little pinch. Little flare. Getting this in here. Let's get that on there like that. I'll trim those later. Now just a little bit of accent from some more feathers. Not a lot, just a little. You know, sometimes I think I tie these too long for crappie. The other day, or a month ago, when I was testing these out, here in Texas, I was catching smallmouth on them. So smallmouth will hit these, and then of course in Iowa, when I was there in October, I was fishing the hair jigs, etc. I was catching smallmouth and crappie. Alright, this one's pretty much done. Let's get you tied off here. Fat fingers are starting to shrink a little bit, guys. I've been losing a ton of this lard. Good stuff. Alright, let's get this one out of here and take a look at it. Yeah, this one's about right. See the hook? You don't want it too far past it. And sometimes you don't want it completely trimmed flat. I know I've done that before. Look at that, the front, that hackle right there. Man, that looks good. I'm going to hang him over here. Alright. Let's keep it going. I'm down to the last. Yeah, I'm thinking now. I don't know if I don't think I have. What I have a kit of are hooks that I got up in Iowa. That's what I'm thinking of. The last of the chartreuse here. I've been digging this yellow or this orange. Let's get our base. I've been digging that orange with these colors from these feathers. Alright. Let's get the show on the road here. I gotta repair that jerkbait. That's one good thing that with it being winter time here is I can, the fishing's slow anyway, I can work on jerkbait skills, which mine are in dire need of practice. Come on. I need you to cooperate here. There we go. Alright. Ooh, that looks good. It's a little long, so I'll wind up trimming that. I know I should trim it before I put it on there, but let's get our sparkle, some flash. Let's cooperate. There we go. See this one I trimmed up a little. So we don't want them too far past that hook. Some people say it doesn't matter. Sometimes I don't think it matters, but just in case, we want to try to get it short enough there. So that when they come up and hit it, that they actually hit the hook. Here's our little bit of orange. Not too much. Just a little bit. Wrap that in there nice and tight. Then we'll put some accent. The feathers just over that. Always good stuff when people are kind enough to do kind things for you. Kind enough in this situation to give me these materials. Anymore we forget to thank people, you know, and it's kind of sad sometimes how we forget to do that. That one came out fantastic. Alright, let's get a little bit of glue on there. Then we're going to try to fix this crankbait. And then we're going to do another video at some point where I put the eyeballs on there. Some people think I'm crazy for doing that. Hey, any little thing helps. I'm going to trim this one just a little bit. Look at that, just a bit of orange. That looks great. The flash is in there. I just need to... And when it's in the water, it'll adjust on its own, but... Man, that looks good. With that green chartreuse head. Get a fish to come over and take a look at it. Hey, what's going on over there? Oops. Almost put it in the eyeball pile without it drying. There we go. Alright, let me grab this crankbait. See what we can do. Alright, guys. This is just a generic split ring kit. Here I've got some of my 1/0, 2/0 hooks, my singles. if I switch out the hooks on anything. Hey, I've caught fish plenty of times using single hooks, so I don't have any concerns about it. Alright, I gotta find this guy. Where'd he go? Mr. Krusty. No, that's not it. Is that you? Way down here. This guy, ooh, almost knocked the whole thing over. Whew. This guy right here. I found that guy, I think, or it was one of the ones that was gifted to me. Have you ever noticed that these hooks always manage to find the eyelets of these other lures? Like either the split ring or the eyelet, those hooks manage to find those spots and get hung up. Crazy. I actually need to go through all of these and start doing some hook replacement. Man, this thing is just crusted. So I just need to snap that thing off and take care of it. We're not going to keep that trouble. Alright guys, all the split rings on this thing were a disaster. This bait is roughed up. What is that, an Excalibur? Okay, I don't know if I put this in the vise, if I'm going to be able to get the split rings on, because you know how small and tough it is to get the things going here. But we'll see. Let me start with this one back here because it looks like it's easier to see. Come on, for crying out loud. I can't do it like that. There we go. Chubby fingers, which are getting less chubby. Come on. I'm going to get it on there first and then we'll worry about the hooks later. Come on, there we go. This one here is the one I'm going to have trouble with. This middle one. Come on. I can't even pick the things up. On. A lot easier out of the stand. We got one more. I don't mind having a split ring on the nose. Some people take them off. They say it affects the action. I've never seen that. or have noticed that to ever been an issue. I've got so many of these jerk baits I need to switch the hooks on. Some I will put singles on. There we go. Check that guy out. Somebody say, don't put those red mustads on that piece of junk. I'm pretty sure these are mustads. I don't mind putting them on there. There we go. They polished up R2, didn't they, in Star Wars and C-3PO? And they were seen a lot. Look at that carbon scoring, just like a droid. Chipped up, banged up. So, I don't mind giving this guy a little bit of new life. If it ever gets really iffy, I can always send him over to Blake and he can repaint it. Let's get this guy in there. He's over at Dark Corner Custom Crankbaits. He does phenomenal work. Alright, so we got this guy back in action. I've got so many of these I need to test and throw that were gifted to me. I don't know if I might have found this one actually. But I've got a ton of these jerk baits in here. A whole box dedicated to them. Got some monster bass. I think I showed you guys that the other day. Look at this gem. Talk about lure spotlight. And then I look to see on the bill if it says made in Finland on them. For some of those vintage ones that I got, every time it always hooks through a split ring or an eyelid on these. Check out the colors on this guy. See, that one I'll probably keep the trebles on there. But anyway, look at this. Provoke by 6 cents. I think this is that Jink Juice color from Baitman's. I got a whole bunch of the rogues right here. They need to be touched up. See how this one's scarred up there? I think I put well, it's alright. It's not this one, it's this one. Well, I'll pull the whole stack out. Anyway, I did some touch-ups on them. I need to be throwing those Smithwicks a little bit more. Some of them I traded to my cousin for some crappie lures. I threw this one the other day. I think I put that in the video, or maybe might not have made the footage. Look at this gnarly tail end. It's not completely straight on there, but this is one of these super dogs or mud dogs. Looks like a Mr. Twister on there. There we go. There we go. Just need a little straightening. Anyway, so many lures for so many videos coming up. Alright guys, pick up one of these little, you can get just these, you can get them at Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops, or you can get them online, obviously. Never use any of these giant split rings, but I'm sure at some point I'll figure something out for them. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Just a short, quick one. So, update. I need to start getting the eyeballs. Here's a Cousin Eddie. So, the next video I might be putting the eyeballs on, even though this is right up on the neck. It's like a no neck, but it's okay. It's a Cousin Eddie one. Alright guys, hey, as always, I appreciate, let me get you up here. As always, I appreciate you hanging out with me when I'm tinkering with stuff like this. You know, it's kind of winter time, not much going on. I don't want to say we're all trapped indoors, but you know, I was tempted to go out fishing one of these days, but I think this really has and it will affect the fish, and so I'm just gonna let it warm up and before I go out and do anything else. And anyway, hey, good luck with all your lure orders and stuff coming in. Until next time, I'll see you then, guys. Bye bye.